Hello dreamers, Eugene the author here, and we're going to dive back into the pit. I think that's the robot toy that I got uh, in the flashback. Love this robot toy. There's a button that makes it go haywire and make a lot of noise. Use it to scare Dad a few times while he was in the basement. That's awesome. Okay. I literally forgot for a moment that this was like a 3D plane. I hope you guys like the audio. I'm trying out a new mic, and hopefully it'll also make editing a lot easier because I spent a lot of time going through and editing out breathing noises and the like. Dad got me this lava lamp from a yard sale. Pretty retro, but I thought it was cool. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think. No way. No way. Oh, maybe he's like, maybe that's for if I'm in an escape sequence and he's saying like no way to running. Won't need this fan now that summer's over. Like, no way to go jumping out the window. It's been a long day. Don't love that. Oh, the thing changed. Wait, hold on. Was that always... Oh, I guess I've just never gone to that section. Wait, no, wait. Where'd the picture of his dad go? Hold on. I'm confused. Talk about a horrible dream. I'm starving. Okay, I don't know what I did that made the picture of his dad show up, but that was weird. Oh, it's a different picture every time I go. Okay, anyways. How do I run? Oh my god. I don't remember the controls to this game. I need to use my flashlight right now. It's daytime. This is horrible. Hold on. It's been so long since I played this. Okay. Nothing new going on in here. Hopefully also the shimmering effect with the green screen won't happen. When I'm standing, it causes it to shimmer more with the lighting. It's interesting, right, that like Oswald's house is kind of falling apart. Okay, do I need to go to the kitchen to get breakfast? My rising 6th grader has risen. Huh? The first day of school. Are you still asleep, young man? I hope not. I had the strangest dream about Dad. Don't worry, Dad's fine. He's waiting for you in the dining room. What? I was literally just in the dining room. Maybe I'll just skip breakfast today. But your dad wanted to eat with you this morning. Or eat you this morning. Maybe another morning. Well, don't forget your lunch so you don't starve today. That, like, kind of ragged, labored breathing, like, that's such a cool effect. Like, because it kind of makes me think about when Afton gets spring locked. Like, he's struggling to breathe. That's such an interesting effect that they did. Alright, well, let's tempt fate. Hey, you gonna do something? You gonna do something? You wanna do something? Alright. Let me just get my lunch bag here. That is cat food. View lunch bag. A ham and cheese sandwich, the most iconic school lunch. Alright. Be a good kid at school, okay? I know you're getting closer to that I'm too cool to respect authority age, but you know what's not cool? Jail. I thought she was going to say detention. Wow. What commercial did you pick that up from, Mom? That's classified. Now move along, citizen, or you're late for class. I thought she was going to say detention. That's... Alright. Bye, Springtrap. Hey, sorry. One of several games that ruins friendships. There's a picture of Grandma on the shelf. She still lives nearby. My parents didn't want us to move so far away from her. One of the reasons we stayed in this dead-end town. I thought it was interesting too, like it's obviously probably just like an affectation, but you can see the family photo is clearly rendered of the family and pretty much everywhere except for Oswald's bedroom. I that probably doesn't mean anything. It was just interesting to me that, like, it's rendered as the family here, it's rendered as the family in the parents' bedroom, but in Oswald's bedroom, it's like graphically ambiguous, I guess is the best way I can put it. Like, it's kind of a mash of pixels. All right. Is that like a tire? This must be a hose. Okay, well, let's go to school. Day 2, school. I always like, did anyone else play Turtles in Time? Like, in my head, I hear that, Big Apple, 3 a.m. Okay, what is gum? I can't stop thinking about that thing. I just love, like, oh, it's about to be a fight. I just love looking at all the different, like, extra animations. Like, there's so much going on in this game. I'm looking around to see if there's any, like, lore callouts. It's also worth noting, right, like, Oswald talks about this being a dead-end town and everything's drying up since the mill closed down. And you can see, like, Oswald's house is in disrepair. The school has cracked windows and, like, a just absolutely ruined fence. It's like, Oswald lives in a rough neighborhood. I wish I could just run away. Who could eat lunch at a time like this? I lost my house shoe. Oh. You sure that's a good idea, Jet? You can leave if you're gonna be such a chicken. Oh. Like, okay, but like, you are so much taller than these kids. You couldn't see the firecrackers? Hey, who did that? I love that too. Underpaid teacher. Aren't they all? Run! Cheese it! She is going for them. Alright. Check out what was left behind, okay? Shooting hoops? Now? Come on. Excuse me, Mr. Fourth Wall Breaking. I wonder if that kid has any more of these. Oh, okay. Okay, everyone, let's start heading back to class. I'm not done looking at things. Oh, a battery! I hope it still has juice. That it is still a battery from some random person's backpack? My family has 3 cats. Aw, I love cats. I have 2 dogs. I have a rabbit. I hate rabbits. I wonder why. So cats, dogs, rabbits, so that's the only FNAF call out. Smells like fresh meat. That would just be my lunch. Oswald the Ocelot has forgotten how to eat. Okay, I get it when you were a kid, people like hurl insults, and when you look back at the insult as an adult, it's just so irrational. Like, they're the dumbest insults. But like, so obviously, like, if he's being picked on, he wouldn't like this name, but Oswald the Ocelot is a pretty dope nickname, honestly. Like, ocelots go hard. That was like the one thing you could do right. Har har har, good one, Dylan. Like, I mean, I would love to be called the Ocelot. Like, that's an awesome name. Settle down, class. Remember, the bell has to ring before you are dismissed. Okay, oh, I thought I was gonna have more time to, okay, I have time to look around. So, just right away, that thing on the wall, the poster on the wall, can I use my mouse? So this poster here right away to me seems like it's a cipher of some kind, and then I can't help but notice that, like, it, maybe not directly, but we've got green, green, we've got purple, purple, red, red, yellow, yellow, and then the white border. The only thing missing is the blue, but that just kind of stands out to me. This, I mean, just knowing how Scott Cawthon likes to do things, this is probably some manner of a hidden puzzle to sort out. Am I stuck? Okay. So that's the normal alphabet. Get rid of my cursor here. Of course, I see the clock, and I immediately think of sun and moon. And is it just me, or does this kind of look like a scary face over here? Nothing too crazy to call out over here, I don't think anyways. Unless we're talking about sea mommies. The numbers seem fine, so okay. Now, this kid, and it could just be recycling things, but this kid does kind of look like one of the kids at the diner. Well, let's talk to the students. My family used to go to the roller rink after the first day of school. At least you got to go. I'll never get to now that it's gone. I'd much rather sit at home and play some Field Forge anyway. I think you mean sort of my Washington Irving essay, don't you? We had a roller rink when I was a kid, the Royal Roller Rink, and it shut down. I can't believe we actually have to work. I can't believe we actually did work on the first day of school. Huh? We did work today? Somebody's not ready for their essay. Yes, did you need something, Oswald? I need... No, nothing, Mrs. Meacham. Sorry. Okay, doesn't seem like there's anything important for me to mess with here. I can't really interact with anything. Okay. The ambient noise kind of sounds like somebody in pain, but again, like, look at the state of disrepair this thing's in. I overheard the janitor talking to his mop this afternoon. Must be possessed by a really tidy ghost. Looks like there's a pep rally on Friday. Should be really fun. I forgot about pep rallies. Those suck. Anyways. Hey, you're the firecracker kid. The name's Jet, but that has a nice ring to it, too. Do you have any more I could borrow? How do you borrow a firecracker? First off, kids, you can't just borrow a firecracker. They're kind of one-time use only. Okay, then can you give me one? Do you have any idea what these things cost? Tell you what, I'm usually at the library after school. Bring me something I couldn't get anywhere else, and maybe we can trade. I have a brilliant idea for our school talent show. A synchronized water balloon fight performance. It'll be epic. Wow, sounds intense. Why water balloons? Why not water balloons? Touché. I like her. She's got moxie. It's also really neat, just that everybody kind of has an actual thing they're doing. Nothing divided in half is nothing. Probably a math textbook. It's cool that it makes the game feel more alive, that everyone's just kind of out doing their own thing. Okay, what is this? Validator. A scanning system that can verify the integrity of a prize voucher. Okay. So probably going to be helpful for collectibles later. Oh, right. If you run too much, there's like this invisible meter where if you run too much, Oswald will trip and fall. God, school fountains. Public fountains are so gross. Like, I don't know about schools nowadays, but when I was a kid, like, you would always have students that would, like, shove boogers in the fountain. Ugh. A battery! I can use them in my flashlight. We have more trophies in the high school's team. Yeah, they're for kickball, but still. Hey, it's something. Dylan pulled this once, and they had to evacuate the entire school. He got in so much trouble. Don't be sharing any new sketches anymore. Don't want to see those monsters at school. That's interesting, right? Because that kind of implies that Oswald feels like his sketches are drawing the animatronics to him. No money for field trips. Let's hear a principal. If I squint, I can see my house from here. A framed article from the school newspaper. The headline's about the time we won a kickball tournament. Okay. Just looking around for useful items. Also, this soundtrack is so awesome. Hi, Spider. My jump-scary nemesis. Not enough kids to need them since the mill closed. Just garbage. I don't love that he... Oh, okay. I don't love that he automatically opens doors when I run into them. How do I get out of the... I mean, I guess I can consult my map. I'm like, how do I get out of here? It's not like the game gave me a map or anything I could use. Man, I just want Mega Cat to just make everything. Like, this is so cool. And this must have taken so much time and effort to make. That little student crossing thing is kind of creepy. Also, it looks like it has sun written on the butt. How about you read a book on how to not be a loser? Ha! Come on, guys, let's stop wasting time on this nerd. Oh, poor girl. Don't listen to them. Dylan's just jealous because you know how to read. Thank you. The bullies picked on me for reading at my old school, too. That is actually a thing, and it's a weird thing to pick on somebody about. Well, then they must be pretty stupid. I read a ton of sci-fi. What are you reading? This is so nice. It's so easy to make friends when you're kids. Ancient Greek mythology. That's probably important. Oh, I've been meaning to get around to that one. It's not much different from science fiction, really. It's all about being brave during impossible situations. Well, if you ever want to read something with pictures in it, I'd be happy to lend you a comic. Oh, if you like art, maybe you'll actually have a use for this thing. I was helping my grandpa clear out some junk yesterday and found his old sketchbook. There's some... You just giving away your grandpa's sketchbook? I'm gonna assume Gabrielle means like you can borrow it. Alright, cool. Thanks for this family heirloom. Gabrielle's grandfather's masterpieces. What? No. See, this is the cool part about... I like I said in another video, I have the Into the Pit novella. And I have refrained from reading it. I picked it up for some research in terms of I'm starting a young adult horror series, and I wanted to get an idea of like word count and sentence structure. So I picked up a Goosebumps book that I liked when I was a kid, A Night in Terror Tower, and I picked up Into the Pit, and I wanted to kind of get an idea of how they approached structuring those kinds of stories. It's always important to do research. But I decided I wasn't going to read Into the Pit until I finished playing the game. And I'm so glad I didn't, because this is something that probably would have been called out had I read the book first. So let's see. No eating around Chica. Why is she starting to smell bad? That could either be the rotting food from her eating, but the fact that they don't know why she's starting to smell bad implies to me that that's probably after Afton's done his horrible thing. What is that smell? Tech 2 knows the smell too is not just me. New behavior. August. Chica's making garbage nests. Make employees aware all garbage needs to be taken out before closing. That's interesting, right? Like, why is she... I mean, I guess because she's a bird, but like, why is she making garbage nests? That's weird. Company issue 83. In her torso repairs, investigations are to be delayed. Disable smelling protocol during daytime to avoid Chica stealing food. Kids cry if they see the endomouth. I would too. That's terrifying. Do not attempt to play Bonnie's guitar. Any voice box malfunctions be reported to upper management. Adjust hug. Fracture the kid's back again? Bonnie hugged kids again. So this has happened more than once. Bonnie has hugged a child hard enough to fracture their back. Good God. Why is that even a protocol? Adjusting yet again? Okay, how many times has it been? So that is crazy. I wonder, do not attempt to play Bonnie's guitar. So in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, Bonnie's guitar electrocuted. I can't remember the little girl's name. I always just remember the actress's name, Piper. I can't remember the character's name, Abby. So I wonder if that's a thing in here also. Glue hat to head, kids keep stealing it. Uppers don't care about safety. Jaws are still unpredictable with these new models. Why does he keep screaming? Okay, probably one of reasons. Keep bright flashes away from Freddy's sight, sends him into a frenzy and blows the circuits. No camera flashes. Remember, the dark eyes are watching. The dark eyes are watching. Interesting. AI programming causing Freddy to stalk partygoers by guarding doors. Tech 2 is on assignment. Tech 2 knows something. Where is he? Freddy keeps trying to remove... So Tech 2's maybe Afton. Freddy keeps trying to remove his own head. Tech 2 on assignment. No raves. Tech pulled 5th no-show in a row. Note for later. Okay, so that seems to imply to me that Tech 2 is Afton. Random stuff starts to appear in places it doesn't belong. Encourage others to be vigilant. This is a health code violation, not that the uppers care. More random stuff appears and everything begins to form in a circular pile. A pile is clearly formed with an indent in the center. Chica will bring stolen food to the pile and eat it. So that's interesting, and I could be reading too deep into this, but it is a coping mechanism when you're stressed or anxious to create like a safe cocoon or a safe compacting space around you. So it could just be that Chica's a bird, or it could be an anxiety reflex of... I can't remember the girl's name who is in Chica. I am the first. I have seen everything.
I was the first. I have seen everything.
It could just be... Is it Susie? It could just be because Chica's a bird, or it could be an anxiety reflex. Recent security update fried the AI. Chica stuck in preservation protocol as a self-soothing mechanism at night during security rounds. It's interesting. right, that Chica has a self-soothing mechanism. So this implies some form of higher level AI, right, that is capable of experiencing emotion, that Chica has a protocol to preserve herself and to self-soothe. That is interesting. This is all information I've never really seen before about the franchise. It bites, keep fingers away, Tech 2 missing, someone got into the Cupcake's voice box and programmed it to growl. Tech 2 has been asked to investigate. Yeah, that is so interesting that Chica has a self-soothing mechanism. New guitar model, bonding strings now break at least once a week. Change them even if they're still intact. Avoid snapping on stage. Save old ones as a backup. Upper management has requested all old strings be dumped off-site due to pending lawsuit. Tech 2 was asked to dump them at mill by end of day. Probably don't want to be sued after electrocution incident. Poor kid. Okay, so Bonnie's guitar shocking Abby seems to be... I don't know if the movie informed the book, or the movie informed the game, or if the book informed the game on that. I had never really heard of Bonnie's guitar electrocuting people before the movie, so that could just be a reference to that. Detailed animatronic eye diagram, detailed suit layer diagram, full suit padding, endoskeleton. The padding makes sense. I've never really seen padding reference, but the padding makes sense. If they're going around hugging. Okay, so... I mean, if I were really being out there, I would say that in a way almost kind of looks like a glam rock in the top left, but that's probably a pretty out there take. The bottom one looks like Pikachu. Okay, and then it just loops. That is really neat. No way. Also, right, the fact that Oswald had never seen these animatronics before, and he was drawing these animatronics, and now we have this girl's grandfather who has clearly built these animatronics. That's an interesting call out. He used to be some kind of technician, so they're just doodles and notes from his old job. He didn't want to talk about it, though. I was supposed to throw it away, but didn't want to waste the paper, you know? Yeah. I'm Gabrielle, by the way. I'm Oswald. This is an interesting sketchbook, Gabrielle. Thanks. Put that sketchbook to good use. Alright, bye, tiny adult who I really hope makes it out of this okay. That's really interesting, too, that Oswald wouldn't call out. I mean, maybe... Because so you could say maybe he's just drawing the characters because he has the plushies and whatnot. But it's just interesting, because if I remember the summarization of Into the Pit that I watched years ago now, I believe... Hi? Oh, joy, we're in spooky stereotypes. Alright, time to go back to Jeff's. I think I have a plan now. Gotta get out of here first. Okay. So, right, like, he's primarily drawing Freddy, Bonnie, but he has a Chica drawing, right? So, like, oh yeah, my clothes are different. You're behind me. You're still behind me. Oh my god! That... Oswald, open the door! Why won't you open the door? Oh my god!